Do you believe that a simple nut could be weakening your memory, straining your heart, and even speeding up your body's aging process? It may seem harmless, but some of the most popular nuts actually hide serious risks, especially for those over 60. According to research published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, regularly eating the wrong types of nuts can increase your risk of cardiovascular problems by up to 48%. And here's the scary part. Many seniors keep eating these nuts thinking they're making a healthy choice. Some contain compounds that trigger joint inflammation, overwork your kidneys, and even disrupt brain function. And one in particular, which I'll reveal later in this video, has been linked to a toxic substance that can directly affect your cognition, liver, and kidneys. But don't worry, not all nuts are villains. Some are actually packed with healthy fats, antioxidants, and minerals that protect your heart, boost your circulation, and even sharpen your memory. Today, you'll discover 4 nuts you should absolutely add to your diet, and 4 others you should keep far away from your kitchen. And at the end, I'll tell you which nut is the most dangerous of all, the one that could be silently damaging your body for years. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to Healing Bites, and tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? 4 nuts you should never touch. 1. Cashews. If you're over 60 and think all nuts are good for your health, be careful with this one. Cashews, despite their healthy reputation, can cause more harm than good to the aging body. First off, they have a high glycemic index. That means when you eat them, your blood sugar spikes quickly. And if you have prediabetes or diabetes, like 1 in 4 older Americans, that spike can be seriously dangerous. They're also low in fiber and high in carbs. Just 1 serving contains around 9 grams of carbohydrates, nearly double what you'd get from other nuts. And with less fiber to slow down absorption, the impact on your metabolism is even worse. There's another hidden issue: oxalates. These compounds interfere with calcium absorption in your gut and raise the risk of kidney stones, which is especially concerning for seniors already dealing with osteoporosis or bone loss. And it doesn't stop there. Most store-bought cashews are roasted in oil, packed with salt, and sometimes even coated in sugar. That turns a natural nut into an inflammatory food, one that can raise blood pressure, upset your digestion, and strain your heart. Oh, and speaking of digestion, the smooth curved shape of cashews is a real choking hazard for older adults who have trouble chewing or swallowing. It's a small detail, but an important one. If you enjoy cashews, it's okay to have them once in a while. Just be smart. Stick to plain, unsalted, and dry roasted versions, and always in moderation. 2. Macadamia. They taste like dessert, have a buttery texture, and are often sold as a luxury health food. But macadamia nuts are a classic case of a wolf in sheep's clothing, especially for those over 60. Let's get straight to the point. They're the most calorie-dense nut there is. Just 1 28-gram serving, about a small handful, packs around 200 calories and 22 grams of fat. That's a huge number for such a small snack. Here's the problem. As your metabolism naturally slows with age, your body no longer burns through calories the way it used to. The result? Fat buildup, especially around the belly, and more difficulty keeping your weight in check. But it doesn't stop there. Macadamias also contain one of the highest levels of saturated fat among all nuts, about 3 grams per serving. This type of fat is directly linked to raising LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, increasing your risk of clogged arteries and high blood pressure. For seniors already dealing with high cholesterol or heart medications, this is like pouring fuel on the fire. Now let's talk about a hidden danger: texture. Macadamias are hard and dense. For anyone with dentures, crowns, or fragile teeth, they can cause cracks, breaks, or gum injuries. One wrong bite could turn into an expensive trip to the dentist. There's also a digestive downside. As we age, the liver and gallbladder become less efficient. And because macadamias are so rich in fat, they require extra bile and digestive effort to process. This can lead to bloating, reflux, discomfort, or even trigger gallbladder attacks, something many seniors experience without even realizing it. Need another reason to avoid them? Macadamias oxidize quickly when not stored properly, something that's common in supermarket packages. Once the healthy fats oxidize, they release free radicals, which increase inflammation in the body. And inflammation, as you know, accelerates aging and worsens chronic conditions like arthritis, diabetes, and Alzheimer's. And that sweet, buttery flavor? That's part of the problem too. It's so addictive that many seniors eat more than they should without noticing. And with less satiety and a slower metabolism, that extra snacking can easily turn into a difficult cycle to break. If you're craving something creamy and tasty, that's okay. Just swap macadamias for a nut that actually supports your health. Your body, your teeth, and your heart will thank you. 3. Pine nuts. Now we've reached the worst of them all. The most deceptive nut on the list, and one most people would never suspect, is quietly sabotaging their health. The pine nut. They look harmless, small, smooth, delicate. They show up in trendy recipes like pesto and are often seen as part of a clean or Mediterranean diet. But behind that innocent appearance lies a serious risk, especially for people over 60. Here's the part no one talks about. Pine nuts contain compounds that can interact with over 60% of medications commonly taken by seniors. That's right. If you take meds for blood pressure, cholesterol, depression, or heart issues, pine nuts may interfere with their effectiveness or even cause dangerous side effects. And there's more. There's a condition known as pine mouth, a strange syndrome that causes a bitter metallic taste in the mouth that can last for weeks. Sounds minor, but for older adults, it's a real problem. Why? Because losing the pleasure of eating leads to appetite loss, malnutrition, and even unintended weight loss. Studies show that up to 42% of people with pine mouth experience noticeable weight loss in the weeks that follow. Pine nuts are also high in unstable polyunsaturated fats that oxidize easily, producing free radicals, compounds that trigger inflammation throughout the body. And for seniors already living with arthritis, chronic pain, or autoimmune issues, that's the last thing you want. There's also a silent physical hazard: their shape and texture. Because they're small and slippery, pine nuts pose a high choking risk, especially for older adults who suffer from dry mouth, common in those on multiple medications, or have difficulty swallowing. Inhaling one the wrong way can easily lead to coughing fits or even respiratory infections. It doesn't stop there. Pine nuts also contain enzyme inhibitors that make it harder to digest proteins, which is a problem since older bodies already struggle to absorb nutrients, especially proteins that support muscle mass, immunity, and daily energy. And the final blow? New research shows that certain types of pine nuts contain compounds that may accelerate age-related macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss in seniors. So in short, this tiny nut may look harmless, but for those over 60, it's a quiet health saboteur. If you're eating pine nuts regularly, even just in pesto, it's worth reconsidering. There are far safer and more beneficial options for your vision, digestion, and medication safety. 4. Peanuts. They're cheap, popular, and found in just about every pantry. But what many older adults don't realize is that peanuts may be one of the most problematic foods for people over 60. First off, peanuts aren't even a nut. They're a legume, like beans. That makes them far more vulnerable to mold and toxins. The biggest concern? Aflatoxins, toxic substances produced by fungi that thrive in peanuts stored for too long, especially in warm or humid environments. These toxins overload the liver, can be carcinogenic, and significantly increase oxidative stress in the body. And since aging bodies are already less efficient at detoxifying, the risk is even higher for seniors. There's also the inflammatory potential. Even without a peanut allergy, some people experience mild inflammatory responses, like joint pain, digestive discomfort, or unexplained fatigue. Why? Because peanuts are very high in omega-6 fatty acids, which in excess disrupt the body's balance and fuel chronic inflammation. The exact opposite of what we want after 60. If you're 60 taking blood thinners like warfarin, be extra cautious. Peanuts contain vitamin K, which may interfere with these medications and cause dangerous clotting imbalances. And it keeps going. Most peanuts on the market are loaded with salt, sugar, and hydrogenated oils, a recipe for high blood pressure, heart strain, and kidney stress. Even natural or dry roasted varieties may be problematic. The high heat roasting process can produce acrylamide, a compound linked to neurodegeneration and cognitive decline. Oh, and about those so-called healthy peanuts without added salt or sugar, they still go rancid quickly, releasing oxidized fats that increase inflammation and accelerate aging at the cellular level. If you've been eating peanuts thinking they're a healthy snack, try this. Switch to walnuts or pistachios for just 1 week and see how your body responds. Many people report less bloating, better digestion, and even improved mental clarity with this simple change. 4 nuts you must eat. 1. Walnuts. If there's one nut made for the brain, it's this one. Walnuts don't just look like a brain, they actually feed and protect brain function, especially in people over 60. Let's start with the star nutrient. Walnuts are rich in plant-based omega-3s, specifically alpha-lanolenic acid, ALA. This compound helps keep neuronal membranes healthy, improves signal transmission, and protects against inflammation in brain tissue. You know that mental fog, trouble recalling names, or struggling with simple tasks? Studies show that seniors who eat 1 to 2 handfuls of walnuts daily experience improved cognitive speed and mental flexibility within weeks. But the benefits go beyond the brain. Walnuts are one of the few nuts that contain natural melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. And since melatonin levels drop as we age, adding walnuts to your routine may help you sleep better, which is crucial for memory, mood, and cellular recovery. Another powerful nutrient found in walnuts is arginine, an amino acid that promotes better blood flow by dilating blood vessels. That means they're also great for your heart health, especially if you're on blood pressure meds or have a history of cardiovascular issues. And here's one more impressive fact. The antioxidants in walnuts can cross the blood-brain barrier, meaning they actually enter the brain and fight off free radicals directly. That may help slow the progression of conditions like Alzheimer's and dementia. Just one caution. Walnuts contain delicate oils and can go rancid quickly. To preserve freshness, store them in the fridge, ideally in shell, and eat about 7 to 9 halves per day. And if you're up for a little brain workout, try cracking them yourself once in a while. That kind of fine motor activity keeps your hands and mind sharp as you age. It's no wonder they call walnuts brain food. Now you know exactly why. 2. Pistachios. Don't let the size fool you. Pistachios may be small, but they're a big deal for anyone over 60. Among all nuts, they might be the most underrated, yet also one of the most complete when it comes to longevity, circulation, and blood pressure support. Let's start with potassium. 1 serving of pistachios, about 49 kernels, provides 285 milligrams of potassium, more than most fruits. This mineral plays a key role in regulating blood pressure, especially in seniors on hypertension medication. Potassium also helps your kidneys flush out excess sodium, reduces water retention, and takes pressure off the heart. But pistachios offer more than just that. They're rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 carotenoids that concentrate in the macula, the part of your retina responsible for central vision. These nutrients help prevent age-related macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss in seniors. In other words, eating pistachios protects your eyesight from the inside out. And if you're watching your weight or blood sugar, here's some good news. Despite their flavor, pistachios have a low glycemic index and contain around 3 grams of fiber per serving. That helps prevent blood sugar spikes and keeps you full longer, essential for those with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. There's also something special about how pistachios are eaten. Because they come in shells, they naturally slow down your eating pace, helping prevent overeating, encouraging mindful snacking, and even stimulating your brain. In fact, studies show that visually seeing the pile of shells helps people eat less. If you struggle with joint pain, arthritis, or shaky hands, choose partially opened shells. They're easier to handle, but just as nutritious. Just avoid the heavily salted, processed kinds. Stick with natural or lightly salted options with no added oils. And just look at their colors. That vibrant green and soft purple aren't just beautiful. They're signs of powerful antioxidants that fight aging and strengthen your immune system. 3. Almonds. If you're looking for one single nut that strengthens your bones, heart, gut, and even your brain, almonds are the ultimate all-rounder. And for those over 60, they can make a real difference in your daily health. Let's start with the bones, a critical point as we age. It's natural to lose bone density over time, which increases the risk of fractures that can lead to serious complications. But here's the good news. Almonds are loaded with calcium and magnesium, 2 minerals that help keep your bones strong and resilient. A daily handful, around 15 to 20 almonds, provides almost 100 milligrams of calcium plus magnesium, which acts as a calcium guide, making sure the mineral goes to your bones and not your arteries. Yes, you heard that right. Magnesium helps prevent calcium buildup in the wrong places, such as arterial walls, which is key to avoiding stiff blood vessels and heart issues. Speaking of the heart, almonds are rich in monounsaturated fats, the good kind, that lower LDL cholesterol, the bad one, and help protect against heart attacks and strokes. So that daily handful, it can be a real shield for your circulatory system. But the benefits don't stop at the physical. Almonds are also great for the brain. They contain vitamin E, which protects nerve cells from oxidative stress, one of the main contributors to memory loss and cognitive decline. And if you eat them with the skin on, the benefits double. The brown almond skin is full of flavonoids, which boost the antioxidant power when combined with vitamin E. Here's another bonus: your gut. Many older adults suffer from constipation, and almonds can help with that too. Each serving offers about 3.5 grams of fiber, which improves digestion, supports healthy bowel movements, and even helps manage cholesterol. But take note, almonds do require some chewing effort. If you have trouble swallowing or fragile teeth, it's best to chew slowly, or choose sliced or ground versions like almond flour, which still retain most of the nutrients. If almonds aren't part of your daily routine yet, now is a great time to start. Few foods deliver so much, with so little effort. 4. Brazil nuts. Among all the nuts in the world, none compare to the Brazil nut when it comes to nutritional power in a single bite. Just one nut, yes, just one, gives you over 130% of your daily selenium needs, an essential mineral that protects your cells from aging and strengthens the thyroid. And surprisingly, most seniors are deficient in selenium and don't even know it. Let's start with the thyroid, which controls almost everything: metabolism, energy, mood, focus, and even weight. After 60, it's common to feel more tired, forgetful, or even moody, and in many cases, it's due to a sluggish thyroid. The selenium in Brazil nuts activates thyroid hormones, helping keep your body balanced. But selenium doesn't stop there. It's also a powerful antioxidant, fighting off the free radicals that fuel inflammation, speed up aging, and are linked to diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's, and diabetes. Recent studies even suggest that selenium helps protect the integrity of telomeres, those little caps on your DNA that shorten with age and signal how fast your body's aging. There's more. Brazil nuts also contain healthy fats that support brain health, neurotransmitter production, and protect the myelin sheath, the outer layer of your nerve cells that naturally wears down over time. Thanks to their unique blend of fiber and natural oils, they also help regulate digestion, a big win for anyone dealing with chronic constipation. But here's the catch: the dose matters. More is not better. Eating too many Brazil nuts can lead to selenium overload, which causes side effects like hair loss, brittle nails, and even liver problems. So stick to the rule: just 1 or 2 nuts per day. That's more than enough to get all the benefits safely. If possible, buy them in shell or store them in the fridge. This helps preserve the nutrients and prevents the healthy fats from going rancid. Rich, creamy, powerful, and effective even in tiny amounts. Brazil nuts are the perfect example that sometimes less is more. Now you know, not every nut is your friend, and some may be silently working against your health without you even realizing it. But here's the good news: small, smart changes like this can have a big impact on how you feel every day. Swapping out harmful nuts for healthier options can improve your heart, your memory, your vision, your digestion, and even your overall energy. And remember, after 60, your body doesn't need more, it needs better. What you eat can either speed up aging or protect every cell in your body for years to come. Now tell me something. Have you ever felt a difference in your health after changing what you eat? Have you stopped eating a certain nut and noticed improvement? Or maybe you added one of these and felt more energy, less pain, or even slept better. Share your story with us in the comments. Your experience might inspire someone else. And of course, if this video helped you, give it a like, subscribe to Healing Bites, and tap the bell icon. We've got so many more simple, powerful tips coming, all designed to help you age with strength, clarity, and confidence. See you in the next video.